Turkey's Bayraktar TB2 drones have become an international success over the past couple of years, notching up sales in Poland, Ukraine, Qatar, Azerbaijan, and Morocco. Poland became its latest customer, when Defense Minister Mariusz Błaszczak announced a contract on May 25 for 24 drones armed with anti-tank projectiles, stating that they have proven themselves in wars. Announcing the Poland deal, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan told reporters, Turkey will for the first time in its history, export drones to a NATO and EU member. There are currently a total of 180 Bayraktar TB2, unmanned combat aerial vehicles, UCAVs, operating in 4 countries, including Turkey, he added. Bayraktar TB2s were used by the Turkish military to strike Syria Army targets during Operation Spring Shield, a campaign against Syrian regime forces, on the side of the UN-recognized Government of National Accord, GNA, to destroy rebel warlord Khalifa Haftar's forces, and by Azeri forces fighting Armenia, in the enclave of Nagorno-Karabakh. The UAE deployed Chinese-built wing-long drones last year, to support Haftar-led Libyan National Army, LNA, inside Libya, where they gained infamy for deadly strikes, using laser-guided Blue Arrow missiles. When Turkey intervened in behalf of the opposing side, it deployed a fleet of Bayraktar TB2s, which eventually overwhelmed and destroyed most of the LNA's Russian-built air defense systems, forcing the army to end its siege of Tripoli and withdraw from a key air base in May 2020. In the last 5 years, Ankara deployed its drones in several cross-border military operations in Syria, Euphrates Shield, Olive Branch, and Spring Shield. Turkish drones also swooped down on Bashar al-Assad's forces in Syria's Idlib province, reportedly destroying over 100 armored vehicles, bringing Assad's initially successful assault on the rebel stronghold reeling to a halt. Countries that managed to tap the drone market successfully are the United States, Israel, and China. Turkey itself previously relied on Israeli drones in its fight against the Kurdish armed group in Syria. After the United States denied selling Turkey its attack drones in 2010 and 2012, the latter began developing its own from the mid-2010s. For Turkey, China is the main competition. Defense analyst Arda Mevlutoglu explains to Nikkei Asia, because Western countries and Israel are imposing strict conditions on their drone sales, many Middle Eastern and North African countries are turning to China. Turkey's main competitor is China. Ahead of Turkey's drone deal with Poland, China delivered 6 Ch-92A attack/reconnaissance WAVs to Serbia in July 2020, a deal seen as China's entry into the European market. But contrary to expectation, it did not lead to more Chinese drone sales in Europe. Israel's drone industry has been hard selling its drones, based on their military experience. The Israel Defense Force, IDF, regularly uses WAVs in and around its borders, whether dropping tear gas canisters on Palestinian demonstrators, monitoring Hezbollah positions in Lebanon, or striking Hamas bases in Gaza. This rich in-field experience has been used in product fine-tune. The development of the so-called suicide drone, or loitering munition, that hovers over a particular area and dives down to explode near its target, is credited to the need for finding human targets in the crowded bylanes of Gaza. Over the years, Israeli drones have become both expensive and sophisticated, requiring high-level technical competence to deploy and maintain them. Turkish WAVs are midway priced, as compared to Israeli and Chinese ones. Can Kasapoglu, Security and Defense Program Director at Turkey's Center for Economics and foreign policy studies said, Turkish-made drones are deemed more expensive than Chinese drones, but are cheaper than Israeli and American ones. However, Chinese manufacturers do not engage in after-sales service, like Turkish companies, so they miss the feedback to improve their products. As per reports, the Polish contract covers the acquisition of 4 UAV sets, 24 WAVs with weapons, laser-guided MAM-L and MAM-C missiles, mobile control stations, SAR radars, simulators, spares, training, and logistics support for $270 million. Each set consisting of 6 drones, would cost around $67 million, which means, a single fully armed Bayraktar TB2, would come at a relatively affordable price of approximately $10 million.